This presentation is intended for those that have undergone PRINCE2 certification prior to September 2009 and who are now requiring to obtain PRINCE2 re-accreditation at practitioner level. PRINCE2 is part of a best practice management suite owned by Axelos, a joint venture by UK Government and Capital Limited. This best practice suite also includes MSP, Managing Successful Programs, ITIL, Management of Risk, Gateway Reviews, P3O and P3M3 maturity models. PRINCE2 copyright is owned by Axelos Limited and the PRINCE2 logo is a registered trademark. PRINCE2 has undergone regular review and upgrade since its origin as prompt in 1975. The most recent and significant refresh occurred in 2009. This presentation will highlight the key differences between the 2009 and the 2005 versions of PRINCE2. Let's first review the changes to the manual. The manual has been reduced from 450 pages to 327 and has been divided into two manuals, two further products, Directing Successful Projects using PRINCE2 and Managing Successful Projects using PRINCE2 2009. The chapters within the new manual comprise of principles, themes, processes and tailoring. The components are now named themes, and the section previously on techniques has been removed and incorporated within the theme chapters. The new manual is much more user-friendly and easier to navigate. There are also useful appendix at the back of the book which provide information on the documentation within PRINCE2, roles and responsibilities, and governance. Previous versions of PRINCE2 comprised 8 components, 8 processes and 3 techniques. The 2009 version of PRINCE2 comprises of 4 integrated elements: principles, themes, processes and tailoring PRINCE2 to the project environment. Components are now known as themes and have been reduced from 8 to 7. There are 7 principles: continued business justification, learning from experience, defining roles and responsibilities, manage by stages, manage by exception, focus on products and tailoring to suit the project environment. These principles are embedded within the themes. The 7 themes are business case, organisation, quality, plans, risk, change and progress. Configuration management is incorporated within the change theme. The 3 techniques of quality review, product-based planning and change control are embedded within the themes. The 8 processes have been reduced to 7. The 7 processes are starting up a project, directing a project, initiating a project, controlling a stage, managing product delivery, managing stage boundaries and closing a project. Previously, the planning process has been incorporated and embedded within all other processes with the exception of directing a project and controlling a stage. Principles are proven practices that can be applied to any project. These principles empower practitioners with the ability to influence how the project will be managed. PRINCE2 has 7 principles: continued business justification, which is achieved through the business case, learning from experience. The emphasis in the 2009 version of PRINCE2 has been placed on learning from experience, with increased focus on seeking to learn lessons from previous projects. Defined roles and responsibilities is achieved in the theme of organisation, management by stages, management by exception, focus on products with the introduction of the project product description, which incorporates the customer's quality expectation, which in turn allows the acceptance criteria to be established. All projects are different, all organisations are different. PRINCE2 is a scalable and flexible methodology that can be applied to any project, any scale. And there's a chapter in the PRINCE2 manual addressing the tailoring of project to suit the project environment. These principles support the themes and are embedded within the theme chapters. These principles have been previously applied in PRINCE2 but not specifically stated. This aligns PRINCE2 with other OGC guides such as MSP and ITIL. Again, emphasising the need and the benefit of learning from lessons, every report within PRINCE2 now contains a lessons section. Themes are aspects of project management that must be addressed continually throughout the project. In past versions of PRINCE2, themes were known as components, and there were 8. These were the business case, organisation, quality in a project environment, plans, management of risk, configuration management, change control, and controls. There has been a slight modification to the names of the themes, but the main changes are that 2 components, configuration management and change control, have now been consolidated into one theme under the heading of change, and the controls component is now known as the progress theme. There are some general changes within the processes. These include the omission of the coded numbering system for sub-processes within each process, and the replacement of sub-processes with activities comprising of recommended actions. These activities are not coded. However, at FPMS we have devised a colour-coded and numbered system to assist with identification and memorising of the activities within each process. Please refer to the OGC brochure outlining the changes between the PRINCE2 2005 and PRINCE2 2009 version, which you will be provided as part of this email. One of the most significant changes with the refresh has been within the initiation process. Previously there were 6 sub-processes. The 6 sub-processes were IP1, Plan Quality, IP2, Plan Project, IP3, Refine the Business Case and Risks, IP4, Set up Project Controls, IP5, Set up Files, IP6, Assemble the Project Initiation Documentation, the PID. There are now 8 activities within the initiation process. The first 4 activities are centred around the preparation of the management strategies for the project: quality, risk, configuration management and communication. Activities 5 and 6 involve creating the project plan and setting up project controls. Activity 7 is refine the business case. There is increased focus on benefits realisation. The expected benefits are documented in the business case. They are further defined in a new document known as the Benefits Review Plan, which is produced as part of this activity. This document is explored further in the next slide. The final activity within initiating a project is assemble the project initiation documentation, acknowledging that the PID can comprise of a number of documents depending on the scale of the project. The Benefits Review Plan is a new document introduced in 2009. It is created during the initiation process and is used to monitor benefits throughout the project and beyond. It will include information on the scope of the benefits to be measured, Who is accountable for monitoring and measuring the benefit? How and when the measurement can be made? The resources that will be required? What the baseline measurement is, and how the project's product will be reviewed. The benefits review plan will be reviewed at each stage boundary and at other events in the project that require the business case and benefits to be reviewed. It will be used at programme level as part of any post-project review. The planning theme was previously a planning process. This process has been redefined as the planning procedure. The levels of plan are as before, but the distinction is made between the initiation stage plan and the delivery stage plan. A stage plan will be required for each stage of the project identified. The initiation stage plan will cover the planning required for the initiation stage of the project. PRINCE is non-prescriptive and does not specify which techniques, if any, should be utilised, with the exception of product-based planning and the quality review technique. However, within the PRINCE2 manual, they have introduced examples of some planning techniques such as estimating, activity on the node, critical chain, and risk planning. The product-based planning technique is utilised within the planning procedure. They've made some changes to the requirements that will be tested and examined within the practitioner exam. They've removed the various shapes, the rhomboids, the groupings, and the pedantic symbolism that was previously required. And they accept that there are many forms of product breakdown structure, such as lists, mind maps, and product breakdown structure. The terminology used in the PRINCE2 approach to risk aligns with the AXELOS best practice management of risk principles. We now have a risk management strategy which is developed within the IP process and outlines the 5-step risk management procedure. Identify, assess, plan, implement and communicate. Risk can be regarded as both an opportunity or a threat. Different potential responses have been identified in each case. For opportunity, the responses could be exploit, enhance, share or reject. Threat responses include avoid, reduce, fallback, which was previously referred to as contingency, transfer, share or accept. Risk responsibilities have been enhanced and a new role identified, the risk actionee, the person who will carry out the selected response activities. Some risk techniques have been introduced into the risk theme chapter. The purpose of the change theme is to identify, assess and control any potential and approved changes to the baseline. Previously, change and configuration management were two separate components within PRINCE2. It's a logical step to combine the two due to the close relationship between them to form one change theme. The change theme incorporates two procedures: the issue and change management procedure, the escalation process, where we capture, examine, propose, decide and implement, and the configuration management procedure, where we're planning, identifying, controlling, status accounting and verification and audit. Change authority responsibilities have been identified and a dedicated change authority may be appointed within projects where, due to the nature of the project, it's predicted that a large number of changes may occur. This appointment is at the discretion of the project executive. The progress theme was previously known as the controls component. Many of the existing controls within the controls component remain within the progress theme. One difference that should be highlighted is the use of the term register as opposed to log. We now speak in terms of a risk register, quality register and issue register, whereas in previous versions we spoke about risk log, risk quality log and issue log. We still have our lessons log and our daily log. There are links within the progress theme to issue management and change control procedure, and again the emphasis on capturing and reporting lessons learned.